Hello, and welcome to What's Your Story? I'm Judy Mario, your host, and we have a wonderful guest for you today. Her name is Hanael, and Anna is she's many things. She's a hypnotherapist, she's a mentor, she's a Reiki and divine energy healer. She does all kinds of fascinating and wonderful things. She has 25 years experience in personal transformation, and thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you so much, Judy, for having me. It's an honor. Thank you.
Oh well, it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited to have you here. I liked you from the moment I met you years ago, and so it's really nice that you're finally here on the show. So tell us, you specialize in, yes, you're a hypnotherapist, but you specialize in helping people who get through breakups, traumatic breakups like divorce. Why did you specialize in that, and what do you do for those people?
I I have a passion for it because I went through it. So I know how to really feel lonely, betrayed, and have nowhere to go for help. And just be stuck in that moment after divorce. So it's a huge passion in my heart to help women to really raise up after so they don't have to repeat the same patterns.
Mm.
Um, I had amazing mentor who guided me at the time, and she exposed me to hypnotherapy and energy and all those wonderful modalities that give us permanent results. So I'm really honored I can help and guide other women.
That's wonderful. You know, it is a traumatic thing. I've been through divorce myself. In fact, people often say to me, when are you going to get married?" And I'm like, "I've been there. I've done it. Once was enough, you know." But it was not the marriage that was so traumatic as it was the divorce. The divorce was a very difficult thing, and it was a long time coming. Do a lot of women that you deal with, do they take a long time before they make up their minds to walk away?
Yes, it takes, like, I would say statistically between 3 to 5 years from beginning of thinking, should I divorce, should I stay, what can I do, until the divorce is kind of like here. And it's very, very dramatic. It's, I say that in a divorce, we find ourselves very lonely because our friends may also choose the ex.
Yes, it's possible. Hmm. Yeah, and it's interesting too because you kind of want them to choose you, and some of them don't want to choose either one. You know, so there you are. And it's like,
Yeah, that's correct. It's like, so it takes years for a person to decide if wants to have a divorce. I always say it's like we're building something the most important in life. And we put everything we have into it, and then we have to decide to destroy. It's very painful. And people who didn't go through it, they don't understand. They think, oh, it's easy, oh, you just make this decision quickly and you walk through it. No, it's not easy. It's not fast. And it's
no.
require lots of strength.
And I believe even if the woman is the person who generates it, or even whichever person, if they're the person who generates the divorce, when it's all over, they still have trauma with it. They still feel guilt. They still feel bad that it happened. Does that come from the upbringing that so many of us have had that teach you that you get married forever?
I believe so. It's a massive, massive guilt. Like, because we made this promise, we create this connection, and now we have to make a decision to cut it off. And we are expected and pressured to deliver. And I also believe it comes from the upbringing for many, many generations that we need to be quiet and obey a husband. We coming now to the time that we can really start creating partnerships, but the divorce is very painful and carry the wounds forward.
So when we're going through this pain and this trauma, how can subconscious reprogramming, how can that help us to gain confidence?
Oh, that is absolutely the best tool we can reach for it. Because after divorce, our self-worth and self-trust is completely shattered. So I will highly recommend to everyone, take time for yourself. Just take time and go inward. Get to know yourself. Get to know what do you like, what you don't like, who are you really, truly. And when we use hypnotherapy, we can go back to the old deep beliefs from a childhood that we are not worthy of love, that we have to crave for acceptance and crave for achievements and proving ourselves. And we can change this and start building confidence and deep self-trust.
And how do we do that that subconscious programming?
So we're using hypnotherapy in this sport and hypnosis, and in each session we go into this beautiful relaxation state when we can implement in a deep subconscious mind a positive programming that we are worthy of love, that we have the power within ourselves to trust ourselves, to connect with our internal voice, and it is okay to be who we are, and it works best.
And so many of us don't feel it's okay to be who we are.
Because the society pressure, I believe.
Yes, yes, yeah. That's why I wrote my book, You're More Than Enough. Many people think that they've moved on after a breakup, but they still feel stuck. And what are the hidden ways past relationships continue to affect us in love and in business and in friendships? How do those past relationships, it's a hard question for me to ask because I've been divorced for 40 years and I'm still mad at him. So go ahead and tell us how it affects us.
So that's where I love hypnotherapy, because we can go deep into your subconscious mind during the session and release that anger. Free you, because it's all about making you free from all those emotions related to the past. So it's a remarkable process that when the mind decides you can be free of that anger, you suddenly feel light and completely free. If people jump from one relationship to another, or they don't spend some time on healing, that self-doubt, anger, place still in a head. I always say that we may hear something negative about ourselves once, but then we're replaying it in our mind over and over again. And in hypnotherapy, I can go during a session while the client is relaxing and just replace that thought with something positive. I also combine energy, which allows us to neutralize that anger and release it. So you can be truly free of it.
I better come in for a session or two, huh?
I will be honored. I will be honored, Judy.
What is the biggest shift that you've seen in clients when they finally are ready to move on? What do you see happening there?
The internal trust. We have this guidance within us that always tells us what is right for us, but we are raised not to trust that voice. We are raised to be very logical, organized, and follow the rules society places on us. So when that trust is suddenly followed, and we have courage to follow and confidence, in my clients, I see like they advance forward into business they never really thought they can do it, and into relationship. Most of my clients, they are creating good relationships, the partnerships, they are again in love, because the loneliness is not our soulmate.
No.
So I will tell you about one lady. When she came, she didn't really believe there are good men on earth. So we just released all the anger and work on the transformation. She transformed into a person who built a business, and today she's engaged and happy. And she said, like, I'm attracting different people. Am I living on different planet? It's automatic, because her mind is making her feel good with herself.
Yes, and when we feel good about ourselves, we attract people who feel good about themselves.
That's correct.
I think when we're feeling kind of broken, we seem to attract broken people. and our relationships are not quite so good.
I agree. That's correct. That is correct.
Yeah, yeah. For someone watching right now who feels that they've tried everything, they've done the self-help books, they've done therapy, they've done journaling, what do you want to tell them to do?
Definitely try hypnotherapy, but I would recommend give yourself a time, honor yourself, and go inward. Just start to learn what do you like, who are you, and allow yourself to be you. Awaken those abandoned parts within us for a very long time that are telling us you are good enough, you are pretty enough, you are worthy of all the best. And just slow down. Don't allow that pressure of proving yourself to society and jump to a next relationship quickly to push you in a wrong direction.
And all of these things that you're saying, they also apply to people who have lost their spouse and they're getting ready to start a new relationship or to go through a different phase in their life. Would you give them the same kind of advice?
Yes, I 100%. I believe that after divorce or breakup, we are going through a massive grief. And the difference is we don't have friends who knock on the door. So the same approach will be for people who lost their loved ones and they go through the stages. Just give yourself a grace, compassion, go inward and start doing what is right for you. And I will also say don't stay alone. Don't keep yourself separated. Build new friendships. Connect with any kind of group of people you want. And start moving forward, but not rushing, without any pressure.
I belong to a group of women that all lost their spouse within the last 2 years. And there's 10 of us in the group, and I didn't know it. I think I knew 2 of the ladies before my friend put the group together and put us all together. And it's interesting that as I watch the different ladies in the group, some move forward quicker and some are still holding on to the past, and some are so sorry that they've lost the person they've lost, and other people refuse to talk about it. It really tells me that grief, whether it's divorce or loss, we all deal with that differently. And we can't really judge what other people are going through. Is that right?
100%. People like to say, oh, I know what you're going through, but I don't believe in it. I think we process our grief differently. So every person is the individual. It has its own speed and its own approach and feelings. So I will honor all those ladies where they are and just love yourself and know that you can have life after grief. You can rebuild. You can move forward, because the truth is we all going to have true grief in our lifetime, and I believe it's gonna happen multiple times, not just once.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that emotion, that process, in a way almost like we have to master in a way, or learn to live with. So one day is easier, one day is harder, but surround yourself with loving people and have the most love for yourself. That's what I will suggest to those ladies. And I've been once a part of the grieving group. It was a mix of people. They lost children, which every loss is very painful. And everyone was at different place with the process. I think the grief will stay in our heart in some form. So I will say, just accept that part of your heart will always have love for that person. And if you need to talk to that person when you're in your car or at home, just talk. And remember the positivity that person brought to your life. And if we experience grief, that means we are capable of loving.
That's good to remember. If we experience grief, it means we're capable of loving. I like that. I like that a lot. So I understand that you're offering a master class and a 6-week program. So how do these classes help people stop repeating old patterns?
So in my master class, we are releasing the emotions, that negative emotions that are keeping us stuck, like anger, betrayal. Just so everyone who joined the class will leave with a tool they can use later on. My goal is to empower my clients so they don't need me later on. If that makes any sense. So I call this a tools. So everyone leaves their master class with a tool, but also with the feeling how hypnosis feels, how if they can connect with me. It's very important in that modality to have a great rapport. So this is the first step. And in a 6 weeks course, we're going deeper, we're going inward in a subconscious mind to reprogram those deep negative beliefs, that internal critic voice who says you're not good enough, you're not worthy, and we are building the worthiness that leads to confidence and trust. So within the 6 weeks, usually there is already confidence I can have what I never had in my life. I believe in myself, I am worthy, and it's a beautiful thing to see as my clients transform. And they always actually like to share the positive results after, so I know it's working. So after 6 weeks, everyone will have transformation forward.
Now, is this something that we have to do in person, or can you do that online with a person? Like if I'm not right here in Las Vegas where I can come to you, or even if I'm clear across town and I can't drive all the way across, can I do this online with you? Is that possible?
Yes, it actually works beautifully online, and I was doing already sessions online. We're using Zoom. I do like to utilize the camera so I see the person way before 2020, our COVID adventure. Now it's becoming more popular, so yes, the classes are online, so I usually have ladies from many different states or even from Canada. So we can do online.
Yeah, you could even get people from around the world, I'm sure, if they just know about you.
And then one more thing I want to mention. When we do online and we're finishing each session with hypnosis part, and when you're home in your own environment, you can actually stay in a state longer than just the time of the class, which extends the benefits in subconscious mind, strengthens the new pathways.
So I work with you online, and then you say goodbye to me, and then I can continue with that feeling in my own home. Now, how will I know when I'm out of it?
I usually train my clients to bring themselves up, so they know what to do it if they choose to stay. If they choose to come out at the end of the session, you can journal. It's a different form of journaling because it's all about positive feelings and the future and the transformation. So it's very positive reinforcement for the mind.
So now these techniques, we're using them predominantly because you do specialize in divorce and in traumatic breakups and things. But can these same techniques be used to overcome other issues we have in life?
Yes. So when I start doing hypnotherapy, I actually work with everything the college trained me to work with. And I slowly start deciding what is my passion and what I don't want to do. But yes, we can use the same techniques for building confidence, for speaking engagements, for presentations. We can use a bit more advanced techniques for PTSD and releasing the trauma from the past. So when people choose to work with me one-on-one, I can really go very deep, and each session is highly specialized for that person and events they went through. I want to only mention that we never really go back into scratching and opening the painful event. In hypnotherapy, we have a way to work with the past without opening the wound.
So that's good to hear, because I've been to a lot of those seminars or weekend retreat things where they ask everybody to open up their wounds and to cry and hit the other person in their imagination or whatever, and I think that's dangerous.
I agree. So hypnotherapy is different from traditional approaches because if I work with someone one-on-one, I will ask something about the past, some questions, but that's only happened once in a conversation. And after we go into the work about now and future, all about positivity, turning the negative thoughts and patterns and beliefs into positive over and over and over again. So I like to say that from hypnotherapy we come as victors.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, definitely. That sounds so much better than victim, doesn't it?
Oh my, yes.
Yes, it does. So why are you personally so passionate about this, that you just want to help men and women through these traumatic experiences that they're going through?
Once was I went myself through it, but I believe that when we are peaceful internally and following our guidance, we're gonna create happy relationships. Happy relationships are happy families. That creates happy society, and that creates a very nice life on earth. I'm passionate about empowering people to be who they are, not to be afraid, to reach for their dreams. So we can have this empowerment for each other and support and peace.
I like that. I like that. I find it interesting that in the public speaking arena, which I've been in for a long time and you're also in, we find that there are a lot of people who, even though they're great on stage, they're a bit insecure, and they feel maybe less than sometimes. And you wouldn't guess unless you knew them personally. I wonder if this hypnotherapy that you do can help those people.
Yes, 100%. And I will tell you, Julie, why. Our mind is very interesting part of us. That if the mind knows how to do something, we are fine with it. But if the mind doesn't know how to make us breathe, how to make us move, and be in a situation, it activates fear.
Oh, interesting. So we have to teach the mind that we do know what we're doing out there.
Exactly. So hypnotherapy, hypnosis, it's very close to visualizations. It's just a level deeper. And everyone can you start utilizing the mind and training the mind to what we want to do.
I love it. I love it. Is there anything I didn't ask you that I should have asked you that you can tell me today? Something you wanted to say or tell the public that I didn't ask you about?
I would say that we know we are body, mind, and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
We have spiritual communities that are very much passionate and training us in spirituality. We have the whole fitness industry telling us about our body. And I think the most neglected part is the mind. But the mind is the one who will allow your spirit to fly. The mind is the one who's gonna tell your body to be at peace and heal. So I think it's time to focus on mind and realize that mind can connect us to the best experiences in life and really give us what we desire.
So how do I become aware that I'm not focusing enough on my mind? How do I become aware to change, to do something different? What can I do?
That is self-awareness. When you think about something and that negative voice comes and says, no, the negative critic, you're not good enough, or you shouldn't be doing this, or what people are gonna say, just kind of look at that critic, smile at that, and say, thank you, I'm gonna do it my way. And just go for it, what the soul and your heart is telling you to do, and just be at peace with both internally. Don't fight with that critic. So it's a self-awareness and self-love. It's fine, we're gonna have this voice. but it's not stopping me.
Oh, I have so many people I know that they don't really have self-love. Now, how can we develop that if we don't have it?
I would say depends where the person is. For some people, it's going to be choosing really that bubble bath or a massage just to start. But for others who already take care of the body, I would say is choose emotional balance. Don't let that inner critic make you feel low and small. Always choose something positive about yourself and say no to activities you don't want to do.
I think saying no is very hard for a lot of people.
Yes, that's correct. But it's very good to learn to say no.
And it's a simple little word, isn't it?
Extremely powerful when it comes to self-love and self-care.
Yeah, when I think of it, I always think of that advertisement with the Shriners Kids, and they always say, it's a tiny little word, you may not even recognize it, it's only 3 letters, it's yes, and I like that, but it's the same thing with no, it's a tiny little word, and it's very powerful, and it's only 2 letters, and maybe we need to learn to say it more, right?
Yes, on a transformation towards self-trust and self-confidence, learning to say no, it's very important.
And setting boundaries.
That, yes, boundaries. Once we build that trust to ourselves and at least a little of confidence, the boundaries start showing up automatically because that no is the core, the root of the boundaries.
Amazing. We are out of time, and I am so sorry because you are so interesting. I'm just getting so much out of this. I'm learning so much. And tell my audience, if you will, where they can get in touch with you, how they can reach you in case they would like to have you help them get through some of their experiences.
So you can reach me at my website, www.annahanael.com. That's ANNAHANAEL.com. You can also call at 702-515-9291. And when you go to the website, you can sign for those free masterclass and experience something new. Thank you.
Wonderful. So do you give a free masterclass?
Yes, the masterclass is free every month.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's a chance for people to experience it and to see what it can do for them, right?
Yes, yes, that was the goal, that someone can come, experience, receive a tool, and decide if they like it or not.
That's great. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Judy, for having me. I am so grateful and honored. Thank you.
Well, you're a wonderful guest. And I want to thank you for being here with us today. I appreciate that every day that you come back with us, and we try to give you the very best guest, and I think you can see from today's guest that we give you people who are just wonderful, who can help you with any kind of tragedies or griefs that you're going through in life. So thank you for joining us, and please come back with us here on What's Your Story?